Hello. How is everybody tonight? Am I coming through loud and clear? Let me see here. I believe so. Yes. Let's see, who have I got with me so far tonight? We've got Michael Jordan. We've got Geek Muscle Drew. We've got Dalton, Michael Sullivan, the Daily Ghost. We got PlayStation 9, Flash Gibson, Boogie Manny. There's Horror Gang, Joey, Dan Shine. What's up, Dan? Mark Allen, hello. Alan Kostick, Jimmy L. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday. Hope everybody's had a good weekend. Has everybody fully recovered from Halloween? I don't know about you all, but I'm still feeling the little bit of the Halloween hangover. I've not quite recovered just yet. So, for tonight's stream, I thought we'd just hang out, shoot the bull, talk about this and that and the other, and just kind of in open forum. If there's, you can ask me anything, you know, whatever you guys want to talk about. Didn't really have anything prepared. I do want to talk about Smile. I finally saw Smile the other day. If you've seen Smile, please let me know your thoughts on it in the chat. Give it a grade rating from A to F. How did you like Smile? What's up, Kevin? How are you? Punisher Batman fan, what's up? Hey, Lord Brian, how are you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. Oh, that's right. We had a time change. Yes. We gained an hour, right? We got an extra, we gained an extra hour. We all slept an extra hour last night. So we all slept an extra hour last night. Wow. For some reason, I feel like I didn't get an extra hour. I feel like I lost a couple of hours last night, actually. So I don't know. Lord Brian asks, how did I get into YouTube? I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. I was introduced to YouTube really by the Dead Pit guys. And the whole community really from them. And, it all kind of coincided with my mother winning a camera on the Game Show Network and her being like, I don't know what to do with this thing. You want it? I think I've still got that camera somewhere. And YouTube, like anything in my life that has had any kind of longevity, I went into it with no plans, with no expectations, just like, hey, I'm going to do this. And all these years later, here I am. I uploaded my first video in 2009, over 15 years ago. So there you go. That's the short, condensed version, Brian. Let's see here. Alexis gives Smile a B-. Planet CHH, what's up, man? You did a 13-hour shift last night because of the daylight savings. Good Lord. Holy crap. Kevin gave it a B plus. Brian gave it a D minus. Here's a question from Dan. What are your favorite Thanksgiving dishes, Piz? Ooh. I know Cracker Barrel burned you last year. Are you doing something different this month? I'm a good old-fashioned turkey and dressing and mashed potatoes kind of guy. So give me turkey, dressing, and mashed potatoes, and I'm happy. As far as the other sides are concerned, some green beans I'm all good with. Some corn I'm all good with. But those three essentials, turkey, dressing, and mashed potatoes. Don't want any pumpkin pie or cranberry sauce or anything like that. Leave all that. Get that away from me. Just turkey, dressing, mashed potatoes, some corn, some green beans. I'm all good. A nice buttered roll. I'm all good with that. And I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest, this year. I know Jeremy said he wants to go back to Cracker Barrel. But yeah, they kind of burned me. I don't want to say they burned me. They pissed me off, last year because they said, I want to try and get there early with Jeremy so we can get a table and we don't have to wait for forever. So I called the day before and I said, what time do you guys open? And the lady told me I forget, it was like 10 o'clock. So I was like, bam, we're going to be there at 10 o'clock. I don't care. It's. Come on, Roy. Get your hands dirty. Thank you, James, for the $5 super chat. Did you watch? I did. I'll get to that here momentarily, James. Appreciate that. So I got there at 10. Jeremy and I got seated. We order our turkey and dressing and all the fixings. She takes our order. She comes back to the table about 10 minutes later, literally 10 minutes later, and goes, we don't start serving turkey until noon. And I go, what? Yeah, we don't start serving turkey till noon. And I said, okay, so what are we supposed to do? I guess just wait 2 hours here? I don't know. And I said, Jeremy, let's go. So we left. Let's see. Robin gave Smile a B minus. What's up, Horror Collection? Jill really liked Smile. She gave it a 9 out of 10. Okay, cool. Saturn Video gave it a B. Let's see. I'm scrolling through here. I've lost control of the chat. But anyway, Christian loves. I think Men is his favorite movie of this year. There's no doubt about that. So I saw Smile, and I thought Smile started out really well. The first act of Smile I thought was fantastic. I liked the whole, the opening with the patient, and she tells the doctor all about she gives her a nice big what's that called, a plot dump or exposition dump right there at the very beginning, and of course the whole thing of the entity like smiling at you, maniacally. That was kind of cool. It takes a big page out of It Follows and Ringu. If you're gonna, here's the thing: if you're gonna steal from really good movies, you know what I mean? But you've got to not just steal the plot or plot points. You've got to understand what made those movies so good. So I also loved. Get your hands dirty. Thank you for that $5 super chat, Joey. I saw that the Astros won the World Series, man. Congratulations. It's been a long time coming for the Astros. I'm happy for them. Thank you, Joey. Appreciate that. there was a great scene too where the doctor, she gets a phone call from her home security company. I loved that. Like, look behind you. I loved that. That was so well done, I thought. And the movie was doing like really interesting things, I thought, with the sound design and the editing. And I was really digging where it was. And it was kind of playful too. Like, it wasn't as kind of hardcore as Ringu or even It Follows. It wasn't quite as serious. It had a playful side to it, which I was appreciating. But then after that, it really kind of lost me. Once it went into the her investigating what it is and how to stop it and what all, it really lost me at that point. And like the scares became either became fewer and further between, or they just weren't very good scares. They were like jump scares. And then the movie kind of repeated scares that had worked earlier in the film. They tried to repeat them later on in the film, and it just it felt very repetitive and predictable. And by the time the last act rolled around, I was just kind of bored. So yeah, I don't know. It really kind of dropped the ball for me. I think my chat's locked up here. Let me see. So yeah, it lost me. It lost me. It was great. That first act was really good. Oh, and it also, like, the movie's almost 2 hours long, and I really felt it there toward the end. It felt much longer than an hour 55 and some change. So yeah, I don't know. I gave it 2.5 stars on Letterboxd. You know, worth a watch, but I'll probably never revisit it. So, yeah, but I'm really happy that it's done so well at the box office. I mean, I think it's crossed 100 million domestically, right? Or close to it, which is great for a non-sequel, non-remake. I think that's great. And the marketing campaign for that movie with like people sitting in the stands at the playoff games and, grinning at the camera. That's pretty good marketing, I thought. Let's see. Overall, I don't know. It didn't work for me. Started out really strong, and then it just kind of, I don't know, meandered, and yeah. Dream a Little Evil is the next big thing. It should be. I'm waiting for the Dream a Little Evil revival. I really am. I've not seen Pray for the Devil. That one just doesn't look very good to me. I'll wait until that thing's on streaming. That's a movie that was shot. It was intended to be an R-rated film, and then I think from my understanding, they shot the film, they'd finished it, and it was R-rated, and they went back and cut it down so that they could get the PG-13. So the unrated cut that we eventually get on Blu-ray and streaming or whatever, that's probably the version to see. I can't imagine a PG-13 possession movie really kind of, I mean, a possession isn't supposed to be PG-13 rated, right? Your mother sucks eggs in hell, or your mother sucks eggs in heck. It just doesn't quite have the same power, But James Grimm was here earlier today. Some of you may know James. He has his own channel. He recently did a Friday the 13th fan film called My Special Boy. And he actually sent me the link, and I watched it a little bit earlier than, I think a day early. and I enjoyed it. I thought you did a really good job with that, James. It looked very professionally done. The lead actor, I thought, did a really good job, and the guy who played Jason, I thought, did a pretty good job as well. So, yeah. Alexis, right now, it is socially, after Halloween, it becomes socially acceptable to watch Christmas horror. I've already started. I've already watched the Vinegar Syndrome Don't Open Till Christmas Blu-ray, which that review is out. If you're a patron of mine, that review is available right now if you want to check that out. It'll be out tomorrow for everybody else, but that review is now available for my patrons. But I love that movie. Love Don't Open Till Christmas. And Vinegar Syndrome really, without giving too much away, that release is a keeper. Joey said, I'm on cloud 9 over his Astros winning the World Series. But my question is, do you plan on watching Scream 6 when it comes out next year? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I certainly do. I'm sure Jeremy will want to watch it too. So that is going to be, that's a definite. That's a definite. So let's see. What have I missed here in the chat? Dylan, you're right. The Barbarian and Smile basically had the same monster. You're right. They did. Isn't that weird? They kind of did. Yeah. Yeah. I had a much better time with Barbarian than I did Smile. But again, glad that Smile's done so well. Hopefully we'll see more, original horror because it's done so well, because Barbarian did so well. And look, I mean, even though Terrifier 2 is a sequel, I mean, still, that's, for it to be doing as well as it is theatrically, and man, I wish I would have invested in that movie. That movie cost like what? Thank you, Mr. Shade, for the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate that very much. I'll get to your comment very soon. But I wish I'd invested in that movie. I think it cost like, what, $400,000 or less than $400,000, and it's made how many millions at the box office? I mean, like, Uncle Creepy and all them over at Bloody Disgusting are, they've done very well for themselves. I think I know for a fact that if you've got a script for a slasher movie or a treatment for a slasher movie that you can make for, that amount of money, you can get that in front of investors. If you know the right people, you can get that treatment or that script in front of investors. Because everybody's going to be looking to make, slasher movies for under $1 million and hope that they can do what Terrifier 2 is doing theatrically. Is Jeremy going to eat the birthday cake? We're taking baby steps with that. We're taking baby steps. He ate half a Twinkie, and he took a pretty good chunk out of the cupcake. So we're taking baby steps. He's not gone to, full-blown cake yet, but I think it's, I think it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. And, you're welcome, James. There's something about holiday horror movies. I don't know. I just love holiday horror movies. So I look, even though I'm always sad to see Halloween go, I know that I've got a lot of holiday horror movies to look forward to. So, and I've got the seasons kicked off right with Don't Open Till Christmas. I don't know if I may hold off on, although I did get the itch to watch Silent Night, Deadly Night last night. I decided not to, though. I'm going to hold off on that. Yes, Don't Open Till Christmas is pure bliss. Yes, pure sleazy bliss. Pure sleazy bliss. And, there's a couple of decent Thanksgiving horror movies out there. I mean, Blood Rage is awesome. And Home Sweet Home is okay. Let's see, Mishra Shade, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Just watched Blood Rage. There you go, to kick off November with a Thanksgiving slasher. It's so beautiful. Yes, it is. Wanted to stop in and say hi. Hope everyone is well. Well, thank you, Mishra Shade. And yes, Blood Rage is so good. So good. Let's see. It cost $250,000 to make. Yeah. It cost $250,000, and let's see, how much has it made so far? Where are we at here? Let's go to Box Office Mojo. So look like it's made $10 million worldwide, $9.8 million in the US on a $250,000 budget. Wow. So that is pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive. Your local theater has a warning up for Terrifier 2. Let's see. What have I missed here in the chat? I apologize. I've lit the chat. What's up, Ben Grimm? Have you seen the Killer Tree movie trailer? Giant Killer Christmas Tree. No, I have not seen that one, but it sounds pretty awesome. I've never seen Thanksgiving. Should I watch Thanksgiving this year? For Thanksgiving. Christy, yep, I've seen Christy. I remember enjoying Christy. Yeah, making back 40 times your budget ain't bad. So yeah, everybody over at Bloody Disgusting is, they're pretty happy. They're going to have a really good holiday season this year. Or their friends and family are going to have really good holiday seasons this year. The gifts last year were like, a tin full of popcorn. Thank you. Now it's like, here's a new car.
Man, you are one scared cat. They call me Reggie the Wreck.
Ross Jordan, thank you for becoming a channel member. Appreciate that, sir. You have now officially become one scared cat. I have seen Better Watch Out. Yes, I have seen Better Watch Out. I don't... let me make sure. I know I've seen it, but Let me make sure I'm thinking of the right one here. Yes, Better Watch Out. Yes, I have seen it. I thought it was okay. What did I think of the image from Evil Dead Rise? I thought it looked okay. It wasn't a whole lot to really sink your teeth into, but I guess it's something. So, definitely watch Thanksgiving. Okay. Favorite Michael Myers mask that I have? Ooh. It'd be a tie between the Blood Tears Warlock and the WMP Raining Red Halloween 6 mask. Favorite nightmare movie? It's tough. I love the first three. And really, I need to go back and rewatch those for like a ranking or something. I've been meaning to do that for a while. I just haven't really set the time aside. It's been a while since I've watched. I think the last time I watched a Nightmare on Elm Street film, it was with Jeremy for a live commentary. But I don't remember which one it was. If it was I think it might have been Freddy's Dead. So I need to go back and rewatch them. The last time I watched them all, I remember thinking 3 was my favorite. Just remember thinking 3 was just so well done. It had this epic feel to it, and I don't know. I liked it a lot. The Warlock Blood Tears, the Cemetery Gate production Warlock Blood Tears mask. Try any of your Friday the 13th melts. Did I? I've still been. I used up all of the Hellraiser ones, and I really liked the Hellraiser ones. The Hellraiser melts were very good. And then I got through several of my Halloween ones. So I don't think I got any of the newer Halloween or Friday the 13th ones that you put out. I bought some tonight though, Christian. So, hey, Phil's Creepy Vids, how you doing, sir? Yeah, I need to check out Cabinet of Curiosities. Yeah, I'm slow to. I'm slow on that one. Yes, the Christmas episode of Tales from the Dark Side is a good one. Yes, Bill Nightbloom. That's a good one. I've just never gotten my hands on a NAG mask, Manuel. Just never gotten my hands on one of those. Although I think No, I don't think I've ever gotten my hands on one of those. Thank you, Ryan. Yes, I'm a fan of Fulci's Gates of Hell trilogy. Yes, I picked up, well, I had the Silent Night Deadly Night melt in my cart, but it discontinued. I think I had the last one in my cart and then somebody bought it. So I got the Black Christmas one. I got the Friday the 13th Part 3 and the Friday the 13th Part 1 wax melts tonight. So those were the ones I got tonight. But I really liked the Hellraiser ones. The Hellraiser ones were really good. And I cracked open a toasted marshmallow just before we started. So I've had toasted marshmallow in the air while we've been streaming. There's a little bit more. You watched City of the Living Dead the other night. I have no idea what that ending was with the kid running and screaming. I think that ending was just supposed to say that the evil was not contained. So I think that's all the ending was. I think that's all Fulci intended with that ending. But I love that movie. Love that movie. Violent Night. Yes. Yeah, I'll watch that. I saw the trailer for it. I thought it looked pretty fun. So yeah, I'll definitely watch Violent Night. What's up, K Crow? How are you doing? I'm looking forward to your Silent Night, Bloody Night. You mean the watch along, the live watch along? Yeah, I love. Always look forward to that one too. That's always a fun, a fun live stream, a fun live watch along. So, yes, I did get a haircut. I did indeed get a haircut. Favorite benchmark holiday horror film? Gosh, that's a tough one. It's a toss-up between Black Christmas and Silent Night, Deadly Night. Black Christmas is the better movie, but Silent Night, Deadly Night is more fun to watch. Metamorphosis. Let me look that one up. I don't know if I've seen that one or not. 2019 film. No, I don't believe I've seen that one. What's up, Febzer? Thank you very much. I always wait for pizza. You watch the Silent Night, Bloody Night watch along with some pizza. Not a bad, not a bad way to watch that movie. The Spirit Halloween movie. I have no idea. I didn't, I kind of skipped that one. There's just so much. October is always such a busy month, and this October was super, super busy. So, as much as many videos and streams and stuff as I did in October, I'd intended to do even more, but I always do that. And then like, you turn around and it's like, oh, well, it's already, it's October the 10th. And then like you blink and wow, it's October the 15th. And then you blink again. Oh, it's October 28th. And then, before you know it, it's Halloween and then it's over. It just flies by. And I'm really looking forward to that Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, 4, and 5 set from Vestron. Let's see, when is that coming out? I know that's coming out in December. Well, let's see. What's the date on that one? December 13th. And it's down to only $17 now on Amazon. $17.32. So there you go. I'll put that link in the chat. If you've not pre-ordered it already, now's the time. $17.32. That's not bad. And there's all kinds of new extras and stuff on it, so I'm excited. It's about time those movies got what they deserved. Or got a good release, put it that way. I love Christmas Evil too, Ben. Love Christmas Evil. Yeah, love Christmas Evil. That's just such a weird, it's a beautiful movie. It really is. I love the music. I love, forget the guy's name. His performance is so good. I love that ending too. Oh. Love that movie to death. What's up, Taco Bailey Lugosi? How you doing, sir? Yes, the guy from Christmas Evil is Fiona Apple's dad. That is true. That is true. No, Dave, they're all going to be in the full screen. That's how they were shot. I mean, they were shot that way because they were all going to go straight to video. So, but I mean, I'm sure they're going to look fantastic. And I mean, you can't really stretch that out into widescreen. I mean, you can, but it's just not going to look good. So, no trick-or-treaters where I live. I don't live in a trick-or-treater friendly area, put it that way. I do miss trick-or-treaters though. It was always fun. Jeremy and I would dress up and we'd decorate the house and we'd hand out candy and scare the kids, and it was a good time. I've yet to see Pearl. I need to watch Pearl. I've yet to see it. I put it off, but oh, thank you, Febzer. Thanks for hanging out. Pro Blu-ray November 15th. Okay. I pre-ordered the Walmart Terrifier 2 Steelbook. Anybody else pre-order that one? Well, I've heard Pearl is a different movie than X. whereas X was kind of a slasher. Pearl is more of a Southern Gothic. Am I picking up the Unearthed Films release of Christmas Cruelty? I don't know. Alexis has all 3 editions pre-ordered. All right. Which one is better, Mr. Majestic or Heartbreak Pass or Telephone? Heartbreak Pass, I think, would technically be the best of those 3. Mr. Majestic is pretty good though. Just watch all 3, JK. Just watch all 3. If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I'd appreciate that. I love that Christmas Evil is a slow descent into madness. Yeah. Christmas Evil is so good. I mean, that's one that I don't hear people talk about very often. And that the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray for that one is definitely a keeper too. I've not tried Fruit Quake yet. I definitely want to. I looked for it the other day in a dollar store, and they didn't have it yet. But I'm sure I'll locate it sooner or later. I can't imagine it tasting good though. Fruitcake flavored Mountain Dew, but I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. What's up, Ryan Harris? How are you? Lair of the White Worm is good. Yes, I like Lair of the White Worm. You've got the 88 Films edition of Christmas Evil, Alexis. Hey DJ, how are you? Yes, Christmas Evil is like the Taxi Driver of Christmas horror movies. That is right, it is. Where's the Good Doctor? Where is the Good Doctor? I've got a bottle here. It's not cold. It's not cold, but you know what? I'm going to do a shot for you fine folks anyway, because you're here hanging out with me on this Sunday night. So we'll do a warm shot of the Good Doctor for you fine folks. All right, here we go. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, everybody. Appreciate it. Salute. Ooh. Even warm. The Good Doctor. It's still good. Yes, Don't Open Till Christmas is it is a very fun, sleazy 80s slasher. Piz, have you tried Little Debbie's cake? Nope, I've not. I've had no luck tracking down any of the Christmas tree cake ice cream. No luck at all. I went to Walmart the other day. They had literally all the other Little Debbie flavors, but no Christmas tree cake. So that's another one I'm keeping an eye out for. Hopefully I can track down at least one little, was it pint this holiday season. Tried the fruit quake. It's okay. Wouldn't want too much of it though. Yeah. I don't know. I can't imagine that's any good, but I love A Christmas Horror Story, Dalton. I love A Christmas Horror Story. Yeah. That one definitely gets watched every holiday season. Love A Christmas Horror Story. Do I have any hope for Christmas Story 2? What that one's called? What, A Christmas Story Christmas or something like that? I don't know. I think the trailer looks okay. I hope it's good. I mean, I love A Christmas Story. I love the fact that, like Ralphie is back and Flick and Schwartz and what's his name? The bully. Oh God. What was his name? Scott Farkas. Scott Farkas is back. So I hope it's good. I'll be watching it. I have seen Hide and Go Shriek. That's I like Hide and Go Shriek. I think that's an underrated, really lesser seen 80s slasher. So I do like it. What's the most valuable out of print release I own? That's a good question. I don't know. I have no idea. No clue. I know I've got several out of print releases that are valuable. As far as how valuable they are, I don't know. Favorite Nightmare on Elm Street films? The first 3 are my favorite. Riordan. Hope you're doing well. The only Christmas watch-along planned for this year, DJ, is the annual Silent Night, Bloody Night watch-along. Hey, there's Ken. How's it going, buddy? Just hanging out, having some fun. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Did you pre-order the Holidays of Horror sweatshirt from Gutter Garbs? No, I sure didn't. If Severn's putting out Four Flies on Grey Velvet this year, I'll have to grab it. I know they're also putting out, what's that Argento film, 5 Days or something like that? So, yeah, I've got the 88 Films Hide and Go Shriek Blu-ray. Not sure why that one doesn't have a US release. I'm assuming rights issues or something. But the 88 Films release is good, as I recall. It's been a couple of years since I last watched it, but I did do a review of it. What do I think the chances are of Fright Night 2 coming to Blu-ray next year, since it's the 35th anniversary? I mean, I don't know. From my understanding, that movie's been close to a Blu-ray release a couple of times, and it's just cursed. It's just cursed. So, I certainly hope it gets a release next year. I certainly hope so. But I don't know. I know it's been close, and I've gotten my hopes up over it a couple of times, and then, of course, something happens, and it doesn't happen. Am I picking up Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves? No. No interest in that one. Santa Slays. That sounds familiar. Oh, you mean Santa's Sleigh with Bill Goldberg? Is that what you're talking about? Oh yeah. Santa Slay's awesome. I mean, Bill Goldberg is a murderous Santa. What's not to like? What is not to like? Does Jeremy do anything to upkeep that glorious beard of his? No, he doesn't. That's all on me. He just lets it grow. And I trim it and, do whatnot with it. So, yeah. He loves his facial hair, though. But his facial hair is very thick and coarse, and it grows super fast. I've never seen, his hair just grows so quick. Has anybody checked out the Vinegar Syndrome Chainsaw 2 release? I've not cracked that one open yet, but I've heard good things. Yeah, Glib Glob, you can find Christmas Evil. It's a Vinegar Syndrome release. I'm sure it'll be on sale during Black Friday. Or during their Black Friday sale. So. And when is Vinegar Syndrome's Black Friday sale happening? November 25th or the 28th? Oh yeah, there'll be a lot of good stuff on sale. Santa Sleigh is so good, it took me years to get Todd to watch it over his hatred for Goldberg. Really? Come on. We need a Santa Sleigh 2. Thoughts on the Welcome to Derry coming to HBO Max? I don't, it just depends on who's involved and who's writing it, and who all is writing it, and I think there's a lot to pull from there. If they're pulling from, not just it, but from the entire Stephen King canon, it can. There's a lot. So I don't know. It might be good. TCM2 is killer. Okay. Good. The we're talking about the Vinegar Syndrome release, right? I mean, I've seen the movie many times. I'm talking about that Vinegar Syndrome release. Am I getting Kino Lorber's Death Wish 4K? Most likely. Yeah. I have looks good. In sequence shines the most. Not a huge upgrade from the SF, but packaging and special features makes up for it. Yeah, it's just the presentation alone it's gorgeous release. And I know they've got a bunch of new extras and they've ported over old extras, and so I'm looking forward to diving into it soon. City of the Living Dead is getting a 4K, as is Burial Ground, which I'm highly looking forward to seeing the great Peter Bark in 4K. Yes. A lot of natural film grain on the TCM2 release. I don't mind that. I've been slowly saving up gift cards for the sale. Nice, Dan. You're thinking ahead, planning ahead. I like that. Hey, there's Big Crack Rock. How you doing, man? I'm waiting for the sale for TCM2. I'll probably buy Don't Open till Christmas now, considering it'll probably take 2 months to get here. I didn't see Hocus Pocus 2. I've not seen Hocus Pocus. Thoughts on Flesh Eater? Flesh Eater is it's rough around the edges, but it's fun. It's a fun watch. It's it's a little rough around the edges, but it's a fun watch. I don't know if it's on YouTube, I'm sure. Watch the movie by itself on YouTube, maybe before you drop the coin on the Blu-ray, just to make sure you think the movie is worth dropping that coin. Santa Slay 2 coming soon with Ryback. Wow. There you go. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Goldberg could still do it. Those are big shoes to fill. I don't know if Ryback... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Ryback can handle it. Bret Hart probably hates Santa Slay. That's a good one. I'm gonna bet Bret Hart has not seen it, but if he did sit down and watch it this holiday season, I bet he would not like it. Oh, Lord. The VS release is awesome. It looks so good. Cool. Shady O, I've got a couple of different, if not multiple, Halloween 2 shirts. Can you be more specific? Most underappreciated Bronson. Wow. Whew. Damn. I would say Death Hunt. Death Hunt is a great freaking movie, but like nobody really talks about it. When people talk about Bronson, it's like, Death Wish, 10 to Midnight, Majestic, Murphy's Law, The Mechanic, stuff like that. They never mention Death Hunt, and Death Hunt is so good. So good. I mean, Lee Marvin and Charles Bronson, throw in there Carl Weathers. I mean, come on. That's a classic. I saw the first season of Castle Rock. Were there any more seasons of Castle Rock? I remember liking the first season. All right, Alexis, take care. Have a good night. Am I picking up Ouija 4K? No, probably not. Probably not. Avatar: The Way of Water? Nah, probably not gonna check that one out. TCM and Amityville 4Ks were top tier. Vinegar Syndrome is killing it right now. They are. The movie Shredder. Is that the like snowboard movie? The snowboard slasher? Brett should do Santa's Sleigh too. He could play Krampus. Nice. Oh, God. Kinjat, the Forbidden Subject is an amazing Bronson film. There you go. Yep. White Buffalo. Castle Rock Season 2 had Lisa Kaplan playing young Annie Wilkes and had a Salem's Lot plot. Really? Was it good? I totally missed out on Season 2 of that.
Come on, Roy. Get your hands dirty.
Devil Eyes Media, thank you for the €5 super chat. Hey Piz, what are your thoughts on the Ghostbusters franchise? The original is my favorite film of all time. The original Ghostbusters is a classic. I mean, what can you say? That's an awesome movie. The sequel is a step down, but I love the sequel. It seemed like when the Ghostbusters, the all-female Ghostbusters came out, there was like this big, like everybody was talking about how much that movie sucked. And I mean, yeah, it's a step down from the first, but I don't think it sucks. I mean, I still think it's a lot of fun. But it's a step down. Still fun though. I've not seen the 2016 Ghostbusters, and I've not seen the most recent one they did, which I've heard it's good. Eventually, I'll check it out, but yeah. If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I would appreciate that. I thought Season 2 was better than Season 1. Okay. I may have to look into it then. What would be your holy grail of filming location that you haven't seen yet? Ooh, that's a good one. Probably the Halloween locations, and the Halloween locations and the Nightmare on Elm Street locations are like right around the same area, so I could do two birds with one stone if I ever get out to the West Coast. So I've seen Friday the 13th. I've seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Mutilator. So those two are up on my list. And then, of course, if you're on the West Coast, I mean, there's the fog shooting locations. There's so many, of course. So hey, Dine Breed, how are you doing? Just got in the 4K of Blowout from Criterion. Super stoked to check that one out. Love De Palma. I do too. I love De Palma, and Blowout is one of my favorite De Palma films. I've got the Criterion Blu-ray, and I know it looks killer, just in standard Blu-ray. So 4K, it's got to look tremendous. God, I would have loved to have had Bronson sign one of my guns. I mean, you're not getting into in a convention with the thing, but yeah. Do I think Arrow will do Inferno and Opera 4K? Eventually, yeah. Ah, 345 Akimbo, you watched Come True. Yeah, yeah. Great movie. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I saw the locations for The Town That Dreaded Sundown, too. I forgot about that. Yeah. Texarkana. That was fun. That was a fun trip. Went to Texas, saw the Texas Chainsaw Massacre locations, then doubled back and went to Texarkana and took in the Town That Dreaded Sundown locations. That was a fun trip. What's up, Megavania fan? Hope you're doing well. This shirt is available in my TeePublic store if you're interested. And everything in my TeePublic store right now is marked down 35%. So, there you go. There is the link to my TeePublic store in the chat. Do you think they'll do a Death Wish 3 4K? I sure hope so. If any movie deserved a 4K, it's Death Wish 3. Because they did Death Wish 2 in 4K. We're getting Death Wish 1 in 4K. I mean, we got to have 3 in 4K. Clint Eastwood or Bronson? Bronson, of course. Of course, Bronson. All day, every day. My hat. Is my hat Paul Bearer Press? No, it is, it just says the classics. My friend Olivia got this for me at a convention. So, yeah, very cool cap. And now that I have shorter hair, it fits better. I mean, granted, I've got this open, but it fits better now that I have shorter hair. The PlayStation 9 cheered 300 bits. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that very much. Ever seen the Poltergeist sequels? The second one, in my opinion's a worthy sequel, especially Reverend Kane and the special effects. Third one's very disappointing. I like I even like the third one. The second one is like you said, a very worthy sequel. Reverend Kane is freaky as all get out, and the worm creature that the dad pukes is pretty freaky too. And I like Poltergeist 3 also. I mean, it's messy, but I don't know. I like it. I like all the window gags in that one and stuff. But yeah. But thank you, PlayStation. I appreciate that. I don't really talk about the Poltergeist movies very much, but yeah, the Part 2 is a worthy sequel, and I know Part 3 is not 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 well liked, but no, I like it. Reverend Kane's backstory is pretty awesome. Led a death cult that he Jim Jones so he could collect all their souls so he could be this otherworldly being. Exactly, yeah. Not a nice guy. Not a nice guy. That the tequila worm was designed by H.R. Giger, yes. Do you think the Greasy Strangler will get a 4K so we can see Big Ronnie's trouser snake, how it's intended to be seen? If it does, you can have that 4K. You can have mine as well. I will not be purchasing. What's up, Orc? How you doing, man? Am I surprised that Scream Factory has basically abandoned the Blu-ray format when the other boutique labels haven't? Have they abandoned the Blu-ray format? I know they're releasing a lot of 4Ks, but or I should say they're releasing 4Ks for movies that they had previously released on Blu-ray. Yep, that's right. The Scream Factory Blu-rays for the Poltergeist sequels went out of print. Yep, I didn't snag those when they were available. So, not going to be snagging them anytime soon either, because those go for a pretty penny in the secondhand market. Thank you all for 79 likes. If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I would appreciate that. Poltergeist 3 is your favorite, Matt. Okay. Interesting. Hey, Rick Hunter, how you doing? Shaft Factory does grease well. It's true. They do indeed. The shirt wearing and the boxing if cheap mask. What? Oh, the shirt I'm wearing in the unboxing of the cheap mask. I've unboxed a dozen cheap masks, man. You've got to be more specific. You've got to be even more specific, because I've unboxed dozens of bad Michael Myers masks. If you're talking about the very last one, let me see. Oh, goodness. Got to go back a bit here. Was this a part 2? Oh, that was a Halloween 6 mask. So you've got to be even more specific, man. It's most likely a Fright Rags. I'm going to say it's a Fright Rags. I think just about all my Halloween 2 shirts are Fright Rags. No, I don't ever really listen to the Talk Scary to Me podcast. I used to see clips that Danielle and Scout Taylor Compton would post on their Instagram. And mostly the talk wasn't a whole lot of talk about horror. Mostly talk about sex, which I don't have an issue with, but a lot of sexy talk, not a lot of horror talk, at least from what I saw. My Jason Mask video is 3.5 million views. I know that's a popular video. I wish Arrow would re-release the Hellraiser 1 through 3 box set in 4K. Yeah. I think that'd be cool. There's still some 80s horror that hasn't made the jump from VHS. There's still a number of movies out there. So, it's just finding out who owns them, licensing them, stuff like that, which, just tracking down who owns a movie can be a pain. Tarantino and Avery's Video Archives podcast is a great one. Really? They're doing a podcast together? I had no idea. Video Archives podcast. Wow. How long has this been going on? Since November? Well, let's see. When was their... Oh, they've done a bunch of episodes. All right. American Giallo, part 1 and 2. Oh. American Giallo part 2, Alice Sweet Alice and Happy Birthday to Me with Eli Roth. Cool. Let's see what else they've done. Wow, they've done quite a number of episodes, haven't they? I'll have to start listening to this one. Cool. Trick or Treat 86 it was a foregone conclusion that one was coming from Vestron, and I don't know, something happened, I guess. Because, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're holding off on that one until next year. I don't know. Heat, did you think? I think you're asking me what did I think of the Friday the 13th Scream Factory box set. I thought it was a good one. Once the issues with it got fixed, I mean, I think it's a pretty darn good box set. Am I getting Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction on 4K? I don't know. Terrifier 3 is definitely going to happen. I don't think there's any doubt. It's going to happen. They watch VHS tapes from the store they used to work at. Tarantino bought the inventory when they closed. Wow. That's pretty cool. Near Dark, I think Near Dark's getting a 4K. Wasn't it announced that Near Dark was getting a 4K from like Second Sight or something like that? Wasn't that announced some time ago? Entertainment Wizard had Danielle Harris and Scout Taylor Compton put fake blood all over him. Nice. Nice. From Dusk Till Dawn on 4K. I'm kind of surprised we don't already have a From Dusk Till Dawn 4K, to be honest. I think it's a foregone conclusion that Terrifier 3 will have a much bigger budget than 250K. Much bigger budget. Although I don't know. It doesn't need that big a budget, to be honest. But it'll be more than 250. That's for sure. When it comes to the Good Doctor, what's my favorite flavor? Menthol mint. That is my favorite. So good. The cherry is also really good, but I like to mix the cherry with Coke and make a real cherry Coke, a Dr. Cherry Coke. But the menthol mint is just so good. As a matter of fact, let's do another shot. It's warm, but I don't care. You guys have hung out with me on this Sunday. We've just shot the bull. Nothing was, no topics, nothing planned. Just hanging out. An old school chill stream on this November night. So, cheers to all you fine folks. Cheers. Oh, really? We were supposed to have the From Dusk Till Dawn 4K last October? I wonder what happened with that. I mean, I'm legitimately shocked that we've not gotten, I mean, even like a nice big special edition Blu-ray, like multi-disc and, because that movie was a pretty big hit back in the day, as I recall. So, I don't know. I'm kind of surprised. Hey, Horror Orman, how are you doing, sir? A little Lynchburg lemonade and vodka kind of night. Cheers. Yeah, right on, man. No, I did not get the Dog Soldiers 4K from Second Sight. I decided to just, I've got the Scream Factory Blu-ray. That's good enough for me. That's a very good question, Jeff. I was kind of mulling that over in my head, as a matter of fact. Could a bigger budget ruin some of the charm of a movie like Terrifier? Yeah, I mean, it could. It could, because more money you put into it means more money that, people are going to want to get out of it. So, you can release a extreme movie like Terrifier 2 theatrically because it only cost $250,000. So, whatever it brings in theatrically is, I mean, they rolled the dice with that theatrical release. And I mean, they've hit the money, to just assume that they can do that again, even with a bigger budget, I don't know. I think it was kind of a lightning in the bottle kind of deal with Terrifier 2. I mean, this has been a really good year for horror. I think the last 3 years have been really good years for horror, theatrical horror. So, it was just good timing. It was good marketing. I mean, the whole thing about, people passing out in the theater and people, puking everywhere. And they actually started giving out barf bags, Terrifier 2 barf bags. So, will that happen again with Terrifier 3, even if they have a bigger budget? I honestly, probably not. But, I mean, that's a good question. More money means the more money in means the more money they want to take out. So it's like, well, we need to get a certain rating. We need to trim, it's definitely not going to be a 2-hour, plus movie. The bigger the budget could definitely hurt a movie like Terrifier. That's for sure. John Sulk, thank you, sir. Wolf Creek Season 2 on Region 1. No idea, my friend. No idea. That's very true, Chester. Very true. Scent from 2010. That sounds familiar. Let me see. Let me look it up here. Oh, yeah, Saint. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. I don't remember very much about it, to be honest. I don't remember very much about it. The Count Yorga box set was good from Arrow. Cool. When will Hogzilla get a 4K? I don't know. My fingers are crossed. My fingers are crossed for a Hogzilla 4K. Terrifier 3 in 3D. Thank you all for 87 likes on the stream. Art the Clown is funny in a sick way. That is for sure. That is for sure. Well, folks, we've been going for 1 hour and 37 minutes. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night there. Again, this was just a chill, no topics, just shooting the bull, ask me anything kind of Sunday night stream. We'll definitely have some more topic-based Sunday night streams in the future. But I'm still in that Halloween hangover kind of space, Still feeling hungover from Halloween. So, think I'll have recuperated soon, I hope. But my review of the Scream Factory, my review of the Vinegar Syndrome Don't Open Till Christmas Blu-ray will be out tomorrow. If you are a patron, that review is now up on my Patreon, so feel free to go check that out. Mark your calendars for the 9th. That is in 3 days. I will be doing a blood stream with My Bloody Valentine director George Maholka and author of the My Bloody Valentine novelization, Armando Munoz. So mark your calendars for that one. That's going to be a very fun blood stream. And yeah, so let me do some shout outs here. Shout out to PlayStation 9, Riordan, Febzer, and Lord Brian for tuning in over on Twitch. Thank you, PlayStation 9, for the 300 bits. Appreciate that. Shout out to James Grimm for the $5 super chat. Shout out to Joey for the $5 super chat. Shout out to Mishra Shade for the $4.99 super chat. Shout out to Ross Jordan for becoming a channel member. And shout out to Devil Eyes Media for the €5 super chat. Thank you all. Let's see who is still with me here on YouTube. We've got Punisher Batman Fan, Sean Sr., Orc, Michael Sullivan, Michigan Dipper, Danny H Vlogs, Joey, Jill, 345 Akimbo, The Daily Ghost, Wise Guy 100, Sean Sr., Jimmy L, there's Vanderhoff, Barney Likes Beer, Matt, Dalton, T. Garnett 25, Saturn Video, Planet CHH, Horror Orman, Mid-Level Media, Drew Lopez, Ross Jordan, my buddy Dan from Flesh Wound Features, Movie Fan, Ryan Harris, Big Crack Rock. One of these days, Big Crack Rock, you're going to have to get on camera. Horror Orman, thank you for the $2 super chat, my friend. Very kind of you, sir. Appreciate that. All right. Yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. Jeff from the back room. Thank you, sir. Ingbert Roddington. Eddie Wiend. Take care, fellas. Y'all have a great rest of your Sunday night. Take care. Be well. And until next time, peace.